Our results are always a perfect reflection of our level of awareness. And when you're dating someone, how can you decide or determine what their level of awareness is regarding love and whether or not they're going to be a good fit for you, a good partner for you, if it's someone that you want to continue to explore things with? Well, one of the hidden ways that people will reveal their level of awareness is through the language they use when they're in casual conversation. The language they use, the ideas that they share or describe when they're having a casual conversation will show you where their awareness is, whether they're coming from this place of abundance or kindness or compassion, or whether they're coming from this place that's ultimately going to lead to constriction. And so today, I'm going to share with you 5 confusing phrases that are actually red flags. When you hear somebody share these phrases, you want a part of you to take note of this, goes, this might be a red flag in exploring this relationship with this person. Phrase number 1 is, you are way better than my ex. And this is slightly confusing because it feels good in some regards to know that they dig you, that this relationship with you is better than the relationships from their past. But here's the thing. That comparing mindset is dangerous. When you're really over somebody, when you're like fully ready for a new relationship, think about it. You're not even thinking about your exes. You're not even that's not even coming to your mind, right? And so relationships, here's the fascinating thing about relationships. Relationships never fully die. They never fully go away because the moment you remember that person, the moment that you think about the relationship, it's present in your current experience, in your current thoughts. And so the person that's comparing you is still emotionally entangled with their ex, right? Chances are there's either resentment there might be unresolved conflict there might be still longing or attraction there that they're not fully over. I love the line that says, no, this is a crowded relationship because that ex is still in his heart and still in his mind. So beware of the guy who is comparing you, and instead pay attention to the person who's just celebrating you, celebrating the uniqueness of what you have, celebrating how special the connection that exists between the two of you, because you can honor the specialness. You can celebrate the rarity of what the two of you have without having to compare it to something else to make it special. The second phrase that you want to watch out for is the phrase, you are perfect. You are so amazing. You are incredible. I've never met anyone like you, right? Phrases like that. Phrases that when you hear them, they feel good. They're compliments. You're like, wow, this is really going well. But there's a part of you that knows it's a little too early for that phrase, right? There's a part of you that knows that it might be coming on too strong. It might be love bombing. Because know this, there is only 6 inches between a halo and a noose. The same person who thinks you are perfect one moment, then the moment you make a mistake, the moment you don't text, the moment you screw up, the moment you piss them off, now they want to hang you. The person who makes this "you're perfect" statement is often the person who has the avoidant attachment style. Because what they want to do is come on super strong to get your interest in them because they're feeling insecure. The moment they feel that your interest in them is strong, they get scared because deep down they don't feel worthy. And if you really get to know them, then you're going to reject them. So what they do is they take that halo, they make it a noose to make you wrong so that they can push you away. And they'll push you away so they don't have to get too close into the relationship so they won't get hurt. So this is the phrase that you want to watch out for if they're coming on way too strong, too early in the relationship. The third phrase that you want to pay attention to is this one. She's just jealous of what we have. This is the conversation where the guy you're with actually starts to put wedges between you and important people in your life. And it's a challenge because it feels like he's got your back. It feels like he's trying to protect you. It feels like he's trying to also protect the cool relationship that the two of you have. But underneath it, he's actually driving you and the people you're close to apart by making them the enemy, right? He might say, oh, man, your mom is really controlling. You really need to be your own person. You really need to stand up to her. And he has no business inside that relationship, but he kind of sees you and he manipulates that insecurity in you, like maybe you're not being independent, to try to drive other people further away. Or he'll say, your best friend is just jealous because she doesn't have the type of relationship that you and I have. So he's making your relationship with him special, driving your best friend away. Or he will say, yeah, your best friend, she's just jealous of the kind of special connection that we have, right? On one level, he's trying to honor the connection you have by pushing her away. So it's really manipulation, driving a wedge between those that matter most to you. Pay attention to this, because you'll notice that a guy who's a great relationship for you will not only create closeness between you and him, but he will be a force that bonds the people that are closest to you together as well. He has that unique ability. You're closer with your friends, you're closer with your family because he's supporting that. He's the guy who's encouraging you to be closer to your parents, to be closer to your best friends if there's a rift that comes up. That's the kind of person that's uplifting everyone's life, including the relationship that you have with him. Phrase number 4 is the guy who says, you know what, I'm just an asshole sometimes. Be wary of the guy who tells you that he is an asshole up front, or tells you that he's a commitment phobe up front. He begins to warn you up front about his flaws, because on one level, it's kind of refreshing that someone's so honest and someone is perhaps maybe even self-deprecating and sharing their flaws with you. And there's a part of you that thinks, why would he be telling me this if it was real? Like, clearly he's over this and exploring a relationship with me, and he's already worked all that out. No, a lot of guys will give disclaimers to then excuse bad behavior later, where he said, I told you I was an asshole. I told you that I was a commitment phobe and I didn't really want anything special. And so one of my clients, when she came into the program, had just gotten out of a relationship where she started dating this guy. He was great on so many levels. And as long as the relationship was good, they were connecting, they both wanted the same things, there was this rhythm and flow, it was convenient for him, everything was great, and he was amazing. But early in the relationship, he told her, he's like, I'm just kind of an asshole. I just want you to know I'm loving, I'm like a great friend, and there's a part of me that's just kind of an asshole. And she laughed, and she was like, yeah. And she was imagining that energy would be extended to other people, but not to her, until it came time where the relationship started to have some rifts, and he started slinging insults at her. He started pulling away, and she was like, holy moly, like, you said you were an asshole, and this is what that looks like. And she's like, I'm done. I'm not having any of this energy in my life. So be wary of the guy who's giving you disclaimers. Trust him that he's telling you who he is early in the relationship. And the 5th phrase that you want to pay attention to, may be a red flag, is the phrase, I could be open to a relationship. Interesting, right? Because if he could be open to a relationship, then there's a possibility that the two of you could create something. But consider this. Imagine you're married to somebody and your partner says, I could be open to having kids. What kind of dad is he going to be? Versus the guy who says, I want kids. I so want kids. I want to be a dad. What kind of dad is that guy going to be? What kind of energy and commitment is he going to bring? That guy is going to go the extra mile. That guy is going to create daddy-daughter weekends where they go camping. That guy is going to create family outings. That guy is going to play fort and get on the ground and wrestle with the kids. That guy is going to go above and beyond. The guy was like, I could be open to having kids. He might be a decent dad, but he's not going to be a world-class dad. Question is, do you want a world-class partner? Because the person who's like, I could be open to a relationship, that person's usually looking for convenience. Like, as long as it fits inside my world, fits inside my timeline, fits inside the amount of energy I'm willing to give to it, yeah, then it would work. But the person who is going to be an amazing partner for you, that guy is going to want a relationship with you. That guy wants the same vision that you have, the vision that you're dreaming of. How you guys travel together, how you guys laugh together, how you have spent time together, how you're super deep emotional connection, the romance. There's a man who's dreaming of that right now. You do not have to settle for the guy who's open to a relationship. Send that guy packing. Say, all right, well, when you really want something in your life as far as a relationship goes, then come find me if I'm even around at that point. But you deserve and can have the guy who's super committed to the vision that he has for his life of creating an amazing relationship. My question for you is, what are some of the confusing phrases that you've heard on dates that you're like, yeah, no, that's a red flag. Go ahead and share those in the comment section below. This is going to be super fun to read your experiences and your insights on this one. I appreciate you. Here's to your amazing love life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.